As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
I've been with my husband for almost 20 years, but about 3 years ago, I was strongly considering divorce, and I want to talk to you about why. So I'm going to tell you the story of the day where I thought to myself, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. My husband and I had 4 kids. We both worked full time. We had been together for 16 years at this point. We've been together since high school. And on paper, I have an amazing husband. He is incredibly supportive. He's kind. He's loyal. He's a great dad. He's very hands-on. He's an active participant. He's always present. Like on paper, what else could I ask for? But in reality, my experience is very similar to the experience of other women. I had this amazing husband who on paper was great, but I was incredibly frustrated and burnt out from our marriage and from motherhood. Because what happens to so many of us is that we marry these amazing men and we have amazing relationships and then we have kids. And when we have kids, women tend to carry a disproportionate amount of the work in the home, the work of raising kids, and the mental load. And that is exactly what happened to us. About 3 months after my 4th baby was born, I remember looking at my husband and saying, I need more. I need you to do more. I am exhausted. I am in charge of everyone and everything in this house. Every night when we cook dinner, you ask me what to make. Every day when you drop off the kids at daycare, you ask me what they need in their backpacks. I am the...
So that's a lot of work to you? Him asking you what you're going to cook for dinner tonight, or him asking you what's in the kid's backpack when he drops off the kids to daycare is too much work for you. What am I missing here? Is that stress to you? My goodness, I might have to say it again. The weakest women in history.
I am the project manager of this home and I need you to do more. And he looked at me and he said, okay, just tell me what to do, right? Every woman has heard this. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I said, okay, something that would make my life easier is if in the mornings when I came downstairs with the 4 kids, because I do mornings by myself, the dishwasher was emptied, the dishes were put away, and the trash was taken out. That would make my life so much easier because when I've got the 4 kids running around and the baby crying, I can't be looking for their favorite water bottle in the dishwasher. I just need to know it's clean. And he said, yeah, of course. What? Yeah, I'll do that. That's no problem. And so, of course, he does it. But then I have to remind him, and then he forgets, and then I have to remind him again. And there was this one morning where I woke up and I went to put something in the trash and it was overflowing. And I went to get my son's water bottle and it was in the dishwasher with all the other clean dishes. And I felt so disrespected and unseen and unvalued at that point in time. And I remember texting my husband being like, what happened? Like, why didn't you do this? And he said, sorry, I was running late for work. And I remember thinking, oh my God, he doesn't see me.
You serious?
What? He just said he was running late for work. Do you not see him? He's trying to get to work. He's running late. That's why he forgot. It's not because he hates you or he doesn't see, oh my goodness.
What he's done has now made me late for work. And he doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about the impact on me. And he doesn't see how every single thing in our home happens because I ask him to do it, or because I do it myself, or because I planned and organized it. The diaper bag is full because I filled it, right? I put the wipes in there.
Yeah, because you work at home. That's your job. You're a stay-at-home mom. So why are you acting like this is some extra work? This is the work you're supposed to do. So what's the problem?
I felt so frustrated. And I remember thinking, what's the point? What's the point of doing this with someone else? I might as well just do it alone. And it's not because my husband didn't love me or he did anything to me. And it's not because I didn't love him, but because I felt so taken advantage of in our relationship. And this dynamic, it doesn't happen by accident, right? It's not like my husband did it to me, but we've been raised in this society that tells men and women who they should be in marriages and what it looks like to be a good mom versus a good dad. And we know the bar for moms is way up here and the bar for dads is way down here.
Huh?
And we fell into these norms. We fell into these roles in our family, despite the fact that we never wanted to. And I'm lucky, and I say lucky because I have a partner who I know loves me and wants me to be happy and was willing and able to change. And so we did the work to figure out what equity looked like in our relationship. And I can tell you now, 3 years later, that we are happier than ever. Our kids are thriving. Our home runs like a well-oiled machine. And that took a lot of work. I want to say it took like 18 months to get there. And it was well worth it. But it is not uncommon. And so if your wife is coming to you and she's saying, I'm burnt out by the mental load and I need you to do more, She's not just saying that because she wants you to do more chores. She's saying that because truly it can hurt your relationship. It can ruin your marriage if you do not participate in an equitable way in your home. And so what does that look like? What does it look like to change these dynamics? Well, we need to really assess in our homes what the work looks like. Because in most homes, the data supports this.
But are you going to go to his work and help him with his workload too? Because that would be equity also. You have to balance out, right? So he's working at his work and you're working at home, but he needs to help you with the work at home too. So why aren't you helping him with the work at his work? Isn't that equity? My goodness, I don't understand this.
Women do a disproportionate amount of the work. They just do. They do more of the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and the childcare while also working full time. And men have more time for things like their hobbies, like golf, for example, or just working out, running a marathon, right? And so we need to have hard conversations about what our time looks like, what our labor in the home looks like, what is invisible labor. We have to talk about these things. And when we don't, the alternative is that you no longer have a marriage, or you don't have a happy one at least. And so I share this story because I don't think I'm alone in this experience, and I want people to know that there's hope, and that if you have a willing and able partner, you can change this. You can absolutely change this dynamic. I have been with my husband.
Man, oh man, oh man. This lady is too much and she wants too much, man. She is a lot. She almost wrecked her whole life over some garbage and dishes in the dishwasher. She has it all and she wanted to throw it all away over nothing. How does breaking up the home give you more help? She's a stay-at-home mom and her husband has to work all day, and she only sees the work that she has to do. But what about the man going to work all day? Is that not real work? Does he call you into his workplace asking you to help him? No, he doesn't, because that would be ridiculous. You both have roles to play. Both roles are very important. Why not acknowledge the help he does give you? You said it yourself, he's a wonderful man, right? Dad, spouse, everything. So why try to punish him over petty things? Why not appreciate what you have in front of you? Why take it for granted? Let's take a look at the comment section. Her husband is a lineman, one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. This exhausts me just watching. I gladly the project manager of my home. Women are better at it. The guy has one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, and she's complaining about her little workload at the house. This is what narcissism actually looks like. A woman's love language is not having to ask, "I'll die on this hill." Okay, but why should I have to read your mind? Aren't you an adult that can communicate? The husband is like, I know word. The husband is a friggin' sitting duck. Men will sacrifice their happiness for the family. Women will sacrifice the family for their happiness. Ain't that some truth? Man, all the stuff that he's doing, and he's just doing it with a smile on his face, not making no TikToks about her, just going to work day in, day out, just trying to provide. And look, she's ready to throw it all away over some dishes. This has got to be mental illness at its finest here. On to the next.
I made a video about how I don't think that marriage is beneficial to women nowadays, and it has people pressed. But I do want to address some recurring comments that I'm seeing, because there are common themes in how people are responding to this. A lot of people are commenting around children, and this is so frustrating because people are assuming that all women want children, which isn't the case. And we
Majority of women want children. I would say 90%, so
really need to address that. Like, we need to stop assuming that all women want children. We need to stop assuming that all women can even have children, because
that's like less than 5% of women that can have children. So
some can, and it is an incredibly sensitive topic. And some of you are talking in a way that makes it seem that women only become women when they have children. And that is deeply hurtful to some people. And that's not the case at all. Having children does not make you a woman. And not wanting children does not make you selfish. In fact, the reason that I don't want children is because I love children too much.
So that was a lie.
To bring them into the world right now. Like, do you even see the state of the world? Not to mention that there are literally millions of children all across the world who are orphans, who have experienced violence and abuse, who are starving, who deserve love and support just as much as a child that you pop out of your own vajayjay. So as of right now, I don't want children, but in the future, I do plan on supporting children. And in fact, the reason that I want to prioritize my career and my growth is because when I imagine my highest potential, what I dream for myself is to have so many resources that I can distribute it to all the women and children in the world who are helpless. That's my goal in life. There's people talking about legacy. That's the legacy I want to build for myself. I don't need a man to do that for me. I'm going to do that with or without a husband. And there's some people talking about how I'm like destroying the institution of marriage and like feeding into Western brainwashing. First of all, I am the last person on earth you should be talking to about Western brainwashing, because literally half my videos are about dismantling that brainwashing. The reason...
Okay. You guys starting to see what I'm starting to see, right? I've been saying this for a long time now. They've been brainwashed to go against their own nature. She says she loves children so much that she chooses not to have them because the world is so bad right now. What about the women popping out babies during World War II? Huh? Why didn't they have the same thoughts as her? Surely they were under more duress, weren't they? It's because today's women are the weakest women in history. Mentally and spiritually bankrupt. They choose to play victim all the time and encourage other women not to have children. She says she wants to dismantle Western brainwashing. But what does that mean? It means the destruction of the nuclear family. That's what she wants. So they can usher in blended or extended families where solely women raise the children in communities absent from men. This is where we're trending. The matriarchy. Let's take a look at the comment section. I don't trust this world to bring child in it. Well, I don't know what kind of life you live, but it seems like you live a bad, sad life. And the whole who's gonna take care of you when you get older argument. Fatima, your children don't even talk to you. I don't know who she's referencing. I don't know what she's depicting, but the older you get, the tighter your bond with your parents get, because you start to understand what they've been teaching you their whole life. So I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe she has a bad relationship with her parents that she needs to work out. I want kids, but I don't want to get married. I'll be adopting some girls on my own when I have the financial means. Okay, so she's going to adopt kids when she gets more money. She's basically saying that the money is going to raise the kids. Okay, so you're going to do it all on your own. You're going to create a broken family on purpose. And she's only going to want to get some girls because she obviously hates men, right? See how screwed up their brain is? It's crazy. On to the next.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. It's the media that's been leading you. I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.